Okay, welcome back. We're busy looking at circles. We're in part 5 of 6 in analytical geometry. And previously we were looking at circles that are not centered at the origin. We're going to need to develop a little bit of algebra now, just to get into working with these circles. Okay, so completing the square. Example 1. Let's just square out these binomials. So take a pause, go through them, and let's see if we get to the same thinking in a short while. So x plus 1 all squared is x plus 1 times x plus 1, and we get x squared plus 2x plus 1. Okay, then we could do a similar thing with y minus 3. Okay, so that's y minus 3, y minus 3. So it is y squared minus 6y plus 9. Okay, and maybe we take this one here. Well, it's just a combination of those things there. So it's x squared plus 2x plus y squared minus 6y. And the 1 and the 9 might add together to give us 10. So what we're going to look at now when we complete the squares, we're going to work our way backwards. So we're going to turn something like this last line that we're given just over here, and we're going to turn it into these nice perfect squares. Okay, so let's use that. Right, x squared plus 2x plus y squared minus 6y equals 6 in center radius form. Okay, so center radius form. You're like, what is that? This is something even newer than new. Okay, so center radius form means that we're going to have something like x minus something squared plus y minus something else squared equals the radius squared. So that's going to be another value on the right hand side. So we need to complete the square. So let's look bit by bit. So to start with, I'm going to look at these bits here. X squared plus 2x. So the x squared plus 2x, I want to turn into x plus something squared. Now think through that example we've just done. I think this is going to be plus 1. Okay. Remember that if we multiplied this out, we would get x squared plus 2x plus 1. So this bit I've written so far is equal to not quite this. It equals this. But wait a second, we didn't have x squared plus 2x plus 1. We just had x squared plus 2x. So I'm going to have to subtract 1 to compensate. So now this whole bit here, this x squared plus 2x is the same as this here, right? Because x squared plus 2x plus 1 minus 1 is just x squared plus 2x. And now this bit here that I've written, so let's look bit by bit. This x squared plus 2x plus 1 is the same as this. But there's this little minus 1, so we must remember to write the minus 1. Now all of these things are equal. So now this x squared plus 2x is the same as this, is the same as this. Okay, so that's how completing the square. We can't just add something. We need to kind of compensate for it. So let's do the same with the y's. I'm going to do quite a few more examples. In the next video, we're going to do 4 like this. So we've got a lot to practice and get into these. Let's do the same idea. So we've got y squared minus 6y. So that y squared minus 6y, let me just do these. Y squared minus 6y is y squared minus 6y. Cool. Looks the same so far. But what we want to turn it into is something squared. Okay, well, we saw from the example above that this should be minus 3 because this will give us our minus 6y. But wait a second, minus 3 squared would give us 9. But we didn't have that 9 to begin with, so we need to compensate for it. Which means that let's pause and see where we're at. So at the moment, let's do that. Y squared minus 6y is the same as y squared minus 6y plus 9 minus 9. That looks good. But y squared minus 6y plus 9 gives us that thing there. And there's still this minus 9 over here. So we still have to have the minus 9 so that everything is the same. Let's just check that it is the same. Y squared minus 6y is y squared minus 6y plus 9 minus 9, which is y minus 3 squared minus 9. Okay, so all of those bits that I've put boxes around are all the same. The equation's the same. Now, the last thing we need to do is let's finish off our equation to go this all equaled 6. So this all equals 6. So we haven't quite got it into the right form. So the last piece of the puzzle really is, this is x plus 1 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals, we're going to minus 1 minus 9, that's minus 10. So add 10 to both sides equals 16. So we can work out what our center is now, and we can work out what the radius is. So this was r squared, so the radius is 4. And our center is minus 1, 3. Okay, we'll come back to that kind of idea there of why the center is minus 1, 3 in the next video. So I'll see you there.